Gary Davis, who was filling in for Zoe Ball on her BBC Breakfast show, chatted with Blackadder's co-creator about the show's return. Richard Curtis, who co-created Blackadder with Rowan Atkinson, explained the comedy was making a comeback for this year's Comic Relief. As part of a Comic Relief 2023 special, the show's writer would be creating a special script for the BBC charity show. "What's happening on the Tally Show? You were telling me something about Blackadder?" Gary began. "God, I'm really nervous about saying this, but," Richard replied before adding, "I think for the first time in 20 years, Baldrick is going to be giving some kind of performance. We're just conspiring about it now, so I think there is going to be a marvelous, turnip-based thing with Tony Robinson now back in action, so I'm kind of excited about that." When quizzed on whether Mr. Bean star Rowan Atkinson would be reprising his role, Richard continued, "No, Rowan's far too serious to do any of that." Rowan starred as Edmund Blackadder in the hit BBC comedy from 1983 to 1989. The programme also featured the likes of Tim McInerney, Miranda Richardson, Stephen Fry, and Hugh Laurie, and ran for 24 episodes, including 3 specials. Speaking in an interview last year, Ben Elton, who wrote seasons 2 to 4 of Blackadder, opened up on why the series wouldn't be made today. "I had my chance to make an influence," said when chatting about the show. "I take great pride that the language of the young ones and Blackadder is still part of the culture to this day, but nothing I write now will enter the language. No act I do will be considered cutting edge because I'll never be young again. I'll never be the game changer I was, so I'll just carry on expressing myself as honestly as possible and trying to find as large an audience as I can." When asked if they would write another Blackadder series, Ben told Radio Times, "Not Blackadder again. I don't think either of us feels any appetite to do that." Over the years, Blackadder has faced controversy for some of its scenes. In 2021, TV streaming service BritBox caused outrage among fans after placing a viewer warning on one of its episodes. The episode in question is when Blackadder himself is being held hostage in a huge spiked box and forced to play a game of charades to determine whether he survives. Those who have watched the moment know he avoids life imprisonment and a death sentence after escaping, but were surprised to see the words "strong language" and some upsetting scenes on their screens before watching it. The move came after the BBC also added warning messages to episodes found on the broadcaster's iPlayer. Defending the BBC's decision at the time, a spokesperson said, "We want classic shows and series on BBC iPlayer. Attitudes and language change over time, and our approach, just like other streaming services, is to tell viewers when a show includes something that may be offensive, inappropriate or outdated, and because some people aren't offended, it doesn't mean that others aren't."